We're ready to do homework Unit 2, Lesson 6. Again, this is an old QR code, so just ignore the fact that this is here for now. You should see a different one up in the right corner of your homework paper. So we are trying to find the center of rotation. We're not going to find the angle of rotation. That shouldn't say this on your paper. This is an old copy, sorry. For the transformation below. So we're just trying to find the center of rotation. Today we talked about in class that to find the center of rotation, you need to do some perpendicular bisectors. So I'm going to do a perpendicular bisector, let's say that goes from E over to, I'm trying to draw a straight line here. Hold on. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Okay, so from E to E prime. Nope. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so from E to E prime, I want to draw a straight line. And then I'm going to do the perpendicular bisector of that. And you actually need to do it for two corresponding points. So you can pick any two. I'm picking E and E prime. And then let's pick, I don't know, C and C prime. I'm going to do perpendicular bisectors for each of them. So I'm going to start by drawing a line that goes from one to the next. And now I'm going to grab my compass tool. And I'm going to do the perpendicular bisector of E prime. So we've done perpendicular bisectors a whole bunch of times before. I put my point at one of the points and I open up to the other point, or really more than halfway. If you don't want to open all the way to E prime, it just needs to be more than halfway from E to E prime. So when you do this, you're going to draw a big arc that intersects above and below, well, it really goes above and below that line. And then we're going to flip-flop this, and I'm going to move my point over to E prime, pencil on E now, and I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see. So here to here, my intersection is off the page a little bit, which kind of is a bummer, but let me scroll up. Okay, so I'm going to connect from here to here, those 2 points, use your straight edge. So that's my perpendicular bisector that goes from E to E prime. Now I'm going to do it from C to C prime. I'm going to make another perpendicular bisector. Again, use your compass to bisect that segment. Let me rotate this. I'm going to pick a different color pen just so you can see the difference here. So I'm going to go C and close this up. Rotate just a little. Let's make sure I'm on it. Okay, so I'm going to make my arcs here, and then I'm going to flip-flop again. And hopefully we know how to do this. And I should be able to make this arc. Okay, so there's my two arcs. Now again, I need a straight edge to draw the segment that goes from this point down to this point. All right, so we needed to do two perpendicular bisectors because really what we're looking for is the point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisectors. So I have a straight line here, and I have a straight line here, and they intersect right there. That is my center of rotation. So that's the point that you're looking for, the center of rotation. All right, let's go down and look at number 2. All right, so that's old news, don't scan that code. This one says rotate triangle ABC 120 degrees around point R using a compass and straight edge only. So I'm going to rotate the whole triangle, but I'm really just going to show you how to do one point and then you're going to do the rest. Got to go back up and grab my compass that I left up here. All right, so I'm going to start by putting my point at R and my pencil at, let's say, I'm going to rotate point C actually, and you're going to do A and B. So I'm going to, no, sorry, I'm going to do A, you're going to do C and B. So I'm going to put my point at R, my pencil at A. And in this case, I'm going to draw a full circle. Okay, so if I'm rotating A, this is the circle that it should be rotating around. Now, I need to rotate 120 degrees. So that's really like rotating 60 degrees 2 times. So now I'm going to flip and I'm going to put my pencil at A, or no, my point at A, and I'm just going to mark off on my circle. The first mark that I make should be 60 degrees. Every time I move my compass, it should be another 60 degrees. So now I'm going to that point that I just made, and if I make this mark, that should be at 120 degrees. So I can label that point there, point A prime. You're going to do the same thing for B and the same thing for C. Obviously, when you do this, it's going to look, you're going to have a few concentric circles, meaning that they're going to share the same center point. Let me just show you for B. If I start with my point at R and my pencil at B, and I draw that circle, this is the circle that B should travel around. And so when I move this so that my, let's see, my point is at B, I should be able to mark off my first 60 degrees right here, and then my second 60 degrees is going to be more over here. And so that should give me my B prime. I said I wasn't going to do that for you, and I did it anyway. All right, so there's B prime. All right, you finish up by finding C prime.